Hey, everybody. My name is JP Leonard.
I'm Tyler Arceneaux.
I'm Jacob Gidry.
All right, shut up, sir.
Who?
Who? What? All right. You may have noticed this guy, but we're doing a special episode. This is Jacob Gidry from Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Hey, yeah. Thanks. Glad to be here. Appreciate y'all having me.
Yeah, we've probably said your name more than you deserved on this podcast before.
Especially on Hack Watch.
Yeah.
That's fine.
okay.
Yeah.
This is We're Dying Down Here, a podcast about living in South Louisiana doing stand-up. You know what that's like.
I do know what that's like. Yeah.
That's the energy. Special episode. We got Jacob Gidry. We're going to talk about some things going on in Lake Charles and our collaborations. And who's our guest this episode?
One Michael Eaton.
Michael B. Eaton.
Michael is always Eaton. Mike Eaton from Austin, Texas. Hell yeah.
We'll talk about eating with Mike.
Super excited. I hope that interview's good. It's been a long time since we did it. I don't remember.
Yeah. He was probably fat, and so were we. So, all right, roll that intro. And we are back. Tyler, what's been up?
My blood pressure.
What? Anyway.
How is it so much better the second time?
I don't know. Sometimes in TV there's multiple takes, but all right. Tyler's brother. Who are you, my wife? Killing it. Subscribe.
Baby girlfriend.
Just go ahead and send those payments right now, guys. Tyler's blood pressure. Jesus. Yeah, we've had a fun couple weeks. So the last episode was Dan St. Germain, and we didn't get to talk about. We had the official roast battle here. I'm gonna say it's sold out. I mean, we had more people than we had standing room only.
That was crazy.
Which is crazy. We had Chris Logan from Planet Radio, a judge. Me as a judge, and a little
Who's
guy.
Mia?
Huh? Okay. Me. I was also a judge, and then we had a little petite fellow named Dustin Poirier.
Oh.
He's bragging about how wealthy he is.
Boy. Anyway, oh, God damn it. Anyway, we had him as a judge, and man, it was a damn good show.
Yeah, man, the comics brought it.
Yeah.
Everyone.
I'll talk about this later, but we're going to save you the story other than it was a night just crazy. We had stand-up sets. We had the 4 battles. Dustin Poirier is one of the funniest people in the world.
Yo, legit. Shout out to that guy.
He talked to everyone who wanted to talk to him, shook hands. Great dude. So we'll talk about that. But if you haven't watched it yet, there's at least two rounds out right now on our YouTube channel. YouTube / @Lafayette Comedy. You can check those out. Please subscribe. So we had that. That was on the 10th. And then the next week, me and old Tyler took a little road trip. We went to Texas.
All the way to Texas.
All the way to Texas. We went to Tyler, Texas. No relation.
Actually named after me.
Oh, okay. It's anyway.
Rose City
it's
Comedy.
not that big.
It's a big place. Oh no,
Rose City Comedy.
Rose City Comedy. Shout out to our buddy Christopher. We were supposed to do our own shows, and then they opened up the new club, so he still kept us on there. So we took turns featuring and hosting for Ron Taylor.
Yeah, and I'm happy it happened.
Man,
Honestly, it was fun.
Damn good show.
Yeah.
Beautiful club, great setup. There's so many buildings like attached there in a little strip mall, but they also had Jacob, you would like this. They had a cigar lounge, and they're like, "We've got a tab here, help yourself." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah.
Did that?
Dude.
And
it was like the second green room.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
And then they're like, "Oh, we also have a bottle of bourbon back here." I'm like, "I'll take one of those."
Yeah.
And then we did 2 shows, fun night.
It was great.
Yeah. Next day, we went to Fort Worth. We brought Stone versus Drunk versus Sober to Big Laugh Comedy Club in Fort Worth, Texas. Great show. Met a bunch of new comedians. They loved it, so that's going to be there. Then the next day, we took off to Dallas, Texas, to Dallas Comedy Club. Man, we had a good time. We had a good hang.
That was my favorite
day.
show of the weekend.
That was the hottest
Just like
show.
the show like the show itself.
Yeah.
Like Rose City, love that place. That was probably my favorite venue.
Yeah.
But the show itself that night at Dallas Comedy Club was special.
Super hot. All the comedians were like, "Dude, this is crazy."
Yeah.
And then we were up against Roast Battle, which our buddy Mike Eaton is on this episode.
Right in the next room.
Next room
at
over.
the same time.
Same time. So
And
we
the
did
green
our
rooms
show.
are right across the hall from each other. So like
Yeah.
all the comedians are just like mingling and hanging out from the two shows.
It feels good to be in comedy clubs.
Yeah.
Like, because I consider this a club, but it's not official full-time working club, but it's good to be in a club, has green rooms, all this stuff set up. They loved it. They want the show back. So it was 2 successful shows. And then we had a good time. And then we drove back the next day to a lot of stress.
The ice storm.
That too. I also had a wife storm.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
She's all right. But then we came back to snowpocalypse, as I called it, which, if you don't know, we don't get snow once every 10, 15 years, and it's rare. We get like, it's like someone dropped some ice. This was, I was up to my knees in parts of my yard, over 10 inches. That's what she said. But it was crazy, and shut down the whole city.
Insane.
And then we didn't think we were going to have a show on the Friday, but we made it to Michael's Men's Club.
Oh, wow. Tell me about that, because I was not there.
It was about the same turnout, different lineup. It was just as hot. I think more people were expecting, knowing what to expect. We still had a lot of couples. We had a lot of new people. The first show we were up against LSU. Who was it? LSU Alabama game.
Ooh,
this
that's
time,
tough
we were up against.
Always an excuse, though. I mean,
I
you
know.
can find an excuse for
I
everything.
try.
Not you specifically.
Oh, okay.
As a comedian, this is something we all do. Is like, why did
Yeah.
this show fail? There's
Yeah.
a reason.
Yeah.
Let's find it.
That's that. I'm sorry. This is not
But
normally.
also
we
the
just sold
show.
more tickets.
Also, the show didn't fail. It was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, that's good.
But
still.
we had 2 comedians that couldn't make it, so I had to swap them out. But we ended up getting it, and it was a great show, fun time. Had drinks, had the food after, had a good
Nice.
time, and then I went home.
I saw a picture of you in a nice coat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where did that come from?
That was not even a dancer. That was just some chick who came watch the show.
And
she walked in. I was
"Here,
like,
you want to wear my coat?"
At one point, I was like, we were sitting in a VIP
Not
booth
immediately,
after
but-
the show, and she walked up to come talk to us, and I was like, I will put that on right now.
All
And
right.
yeah, I look like I took all the dancers 30%.
Yeah,
You know,
you really did look like their pimp. So that was funny.
Jaundice Pascal's Gator Emporium. It's been a crazy couple of weeks. Comedy has been beautiful. So we're going to be back at Michael's. We're working on that now, looking for dates. The good thing is the Lafayette Comedy, my dates and the shows, I'm booked up like through April. It's crazy. Some shows got 3-4 shows. We got a couple new places we'll announce, but it's been stupid, man.
Incredible. What a life. Right, Jacob?
What a life. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good life.
I forget Jacob's here.
What else? What are we missing?
Man.
Pineville?
Yeah.
On Pine. Thank you very
we
much.
did
Thank you.
What
Thank
an
you, Jacob.
incredible weekend this was.
Yeah, so we brought Stone versus Drunk versus Sober to Pineville, Louisiana. I don't know if you know about Pineville. All I know is like religious. Wasn't there like a nut house there? You would know this, right? Like
The VA is there.
the whole state of Virginia.
The
Stay in school, guys.
Commonwealth
Yeah,
of.
if you have a disability and you were in the military, that's where you go.
Okay. So anyway, we went to Fighting Heron Brewery. Really cool. We walked in. It's like a big place, and they have like chairs, but they also have tables. And I made the joke. It looks like I was
Sold out.
Oh yeah, sold out.
Sold the fuck out.
More than the fucked. We fucked and then we cuddled after. Not me and Tyler. But no, we had standing room only in the back and everything to let more people in. It was crazy. It's a husband and wife operation. She has the brewery, and then he has a room, like a music store in the front. Come to find out, I knew this guy. He used to work at C&M here in Lafayette. So we're in good hands, knew everything. They were so impressed with everything. The news came out there. We made the Pineville News, ball.
Man, baby boy was in the news.
Yeah, and the camera does add 10 pounds.
No, I looked skinny.
Oh, okay. No, that was Drew. All right.
Damn.
So yeah, we had fully sold out. That was great. They loved it. The biggest response, like people, it feels good to bring that show somewhere, and it kills.
Thunderous. And you never know what that's going to be like either. But I had on good authority from some of the local comics that they are there to laugh.
Mm-hmm.
and they were.
And they did. Yeah.
Yeah.
And man, we had ages 21 to 81.
Yes,
Yeah.
there was huge, wide range of white people.
Yeah. Yeah. Some beans in the rice. But the food truck, I mean, come on.
Speaking of beans and rice, they did have a food truck.
Yeah, they did have a food truck.
It was Lebanese food, and I got some lamb chops.
Oh,
some lamb popsicles that were
I had the
incredible.
spicy chicken wrap, and boy, did I pay for it the next day. So,
Dang.
no,
They say if you want Lebanese food, you got to go to Pineville, Louisiana.
yes, that's what they say. Not Alexandria. You go across the bridge. Yeah, no, it's just been a crazy week, a crazy month of shows, and keeping up with everything. So
We're bringing Stone Trunk Sober to a lot of places now.
yes, it's gone. We got a few more on the map.
Mobile.
We got Mobile, which we'll
Shreveport.
talk about the dates, and of course Lake Charles, which we'll talk about. Shreveport in May. There's another town in Texas, in the Dallas area, and getting that back, and it's been fun, man. And it's just like, hey, this works, and it's something different. And not gonna run it monthly, so we're gonna try to go quarterly. That's my goal now, is quarterly. That way, it's still now, unless it starts. Oh, he's selling out. Okay, we'll increase it more. But right now, but the comedians, we had to import some comedians. It was me, you. We had John Merrifield, Drew Gocho from Lafayette,
Garrett Nelson.
Garrett Nelson's from
Ruston.
Monroe, Ruston, which is up there. Jamie Arnett is from somewhere up there. I
Yeah.
forget where he's from. I think Monroe.
Yeah.
And then we had a couple locals there. So it's just trying to figure out, like, all right, you got a small scene. They do a monthly open mic, I think, over there.
That's correct.
So it's it's just all right. So next time it's all right. We're gonna pull some Shreveport. Who else is around there? It's just
Right.
trying to get to know who those comedians are. Shout out to Cluck, Central Louisiana. I don't know.
Tough.
Yeah,
It's a tough. Honestly,
I can't remember the
It's
acronym,
tough to
but-
say. Cluck, like you guys, I would change the name. Honestly, I would find something else.
Clap. I don't know.
Hey, easier to say.
Central Louisiana and people. But no, shout out to them. So they got it, and they do the show at Fight Hand, so it was great. So yeah, it's been fun. And this episode, we have a couple things. We're going to start with Jacob Gidry, and we'll have our interview with Mike Eaton. But let's talk to Jacob Gidry.
Let's do it. What do you want to know?
What do you want to know? He says.
Yeah.
Why are you
But,
here? Oh, okay.
yeah.
Jacob Gidry, if you don't know, we've shit on him a lot in their episodes. Runs Lake Charles Comedy.
Hell yeah, into the ground, but we're doing it.
Yeah. When did you take over Lake Charles Comedy?
Oh man, I remember I did my first show in December 2019 because I didn't know we had comedy in Lake Charles. So I put one on, and then COVID happened like a couple months later.
Wait, what?
And
COVID?
then
What's-
COVID.
Gen COVID?
Yeah, Gin.
Okay, go
Gin
ahead.
COVID.
Thank you.
Yeah. She came in, didn't pay anybody, and I was like, hey, maybe someone should do that. So I decided to take over and do it. So
Keep it going. We're not cutting.
leave it in.
Yeah, keep it in.
There was really nothing going on for from like February 2020 till I got a show at Crying Eagle Brewery in 21.
Yeah,
in
because
July.
Brian Petrie, who was doing a lot, had left, moved away.
Yeah, he left and moved away. Chase was kind of running some stuff before that, and
Chase doesn't run. Go ahead.
He skateboards.
he skateboards. Yeah, it's a lot faster somehow. But yeah, so I started doing those shows, and once I started getting those shows, then I got in touch with Brian and with Chase, and I got things rolling, and kind of brought out the few Lake Charles comics that we've had. So
Yeah.
I've been bringing people out, and we've sold like thousands of tickets over in Lake Charles in the past 40 years now.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
No, it's cool because it allowed me to help route comedians. So we've done Jeff Dye, Karen Feehan, a few others. It's like book them here in Lafayette, because it used to be like I have to look toward New Orleans, Baton Rouge to try to make the run worthwhile. Now start leaning toward you, and then that kind of fits it in, and it kind of replaces a lot. So yeah, it's been great. And then Library Riot is where we do most of the shows, and what a great venue.
It's so fantastic,
Yeah.
man. And I can't brag on them enough because we were doing shows. We did a few, and after a certain point, they were like, look, here's our calendar. As long as you book something and just tell me whenever it is, as long as nothing's there, it's booked and it's your thing.
Nice.
So I've just been booking for months in advance, and I just let them know, and we just roll with it. They're just so helpful. We just filmed we did like a live local taping.
Yeah.
It was me, Tyler, and a few of the other local comics, and just in this new back room. It's like a
looked good,
50-seater.
Yeah.
It's a little kill room, man.
It is way better than the first attempt.
Yes.
And I do formally apologize to Chase Bonin for talking into near the microphone during your closer on that recording. I did not mean to do that. I went and listened to his set just because he like made a jab at me about it, and I was like, how bad could this be? And sure enough, you just hear me I mean, it's not like the worst, but it's distracting. So.
Oh, no.
Chase is trying to talk about the Wienermobile, and Tyler goes, "This guy skates."
Yeah, that's exactly right.
What's this guy doing? Oh, man. And then so we kind of like, I think a lot of things that made a lot of shows pop besides Nashville acts is bringing Stone versus Drunk there.
Yeah, Stone versus Drunk has been huge.
That's just a great room for it. So yeah, that's been fun. And then y'all just got a brand new open mic that's starting there.
Yeah, new open mic Thursdays at Library. So fingers crossed we'll be able to keep it and have 2 open mics going, which will be huge for the scene.
Because the other one at OB's, you do the open mic, you do Winging It. Mm-hmm. What else you did there?
Dude, that's where I did my first show at, and we've done roast battles to just like book shows. It's a nice spot for me to be like, hey, somebody's coming through and they can only do a Monday or like someday early in the week, and I can book them on that spot. And those have always been very fun shows. We just had Lane Longyon out recently.
Nice.
That was all right. But no, I'm just kidding.
Lane's great. No.
Yeah, he was great. Yeah,
I was there. He's certified. Great.
Yeah, it was certified. Yeah.
I certified it.
Tyler put his Boudin stamp of certification on it.
It was like when you get, probably not you, but probably you, when you went to the gas station in like the early 2000s, you got a mixtape, and it was like certified hood classic. Like that's the certification we're getting. You
JP's
know?
not cool.
Sorry, I don't know if you were buying future CDs from the grab and go.
You said cassette tapes, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
8-track?
It's an 8-track. Yeah.
Pull out 8-track.
Yeah.
Thank you. I have digital 8-tracks. So it's been running, and then we do a lot together, do a lot of shows together, and then we I guess let's talk about it. You decided to do a comedy festival.
Yep.
Ooh, no, I'm joking.
I decided to do a comedy festival. The Lake
Wait,
Chuckle.
hang on one second. Let me ask you a question.
Let's hear it.
Is there a national comedian on your festival?
Yes, his name
Okay,
is.
it's a festival. We'll talk about that. That's what you call a festival.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
His name is Tommy T. Ray Bergeron.
Ah,
Yeah, and Tyler Arceneaux.
And Tyler Arceneaux. Yeah, he's
I'm
done
national.
Houston and Texas as well as Louisiana.
Hey man,
so.
I've done Kansas City.
Yeah.
the football team.
I can list them on a dozen fingers, but I've done them.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, so let's all right. Let's get to my favorite part of the festival. What's the name?
You don't like the name?
Go. You tell the crowd.
I love the name. I think it rolls off the tongue. It's very witty. The Lake Chuckle Comedy Festival.
Rolls off the tongue. So does saliva.
So,
Okay.
I
actually like it.
What
like
I
it
would
makes,
do,
I hate the word
if it
chuckle,
were me,
but you know,
I like chuckle. I would drop the word comedy because
from all your shows. Oh boy.
I just think Lake Chuckle Fest.
So here's the thing. There is a very popular festival that's been happening in Lake Charles called Chuck Fest.
Okay.
And so I'm trying to make it as differentiated from that as
you
possible. Yeah.
All right.
While still
you
playing
get a
off the Lake
pass.
Chuckle. Yeah.
You get a pass.
Was Lala Chucklepalooza taken? More like Booneroo. All right, sorry, guys. That's all I got. Don't take those.
Well, Boone's was the name of a gas
Oh,
station in a small town, so it
Boo!
works. Yeah, boo. Yeah.
Don't say it. All right. No, all right. I'll give it to you. Yeah, you got to keep Lake Chuckle Comedy Festival.
Just to keep it differentiated enough, but still play off the Lake Chuck. Because people in Lake Charles, as much as we love to shit on it, people in Lake Charles do love the town, and they are very supportive of it. So to hear them, like,
It's probably
their own name included.
The chemical plants that
1,000%. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Have you been drinking the water?
So tell us what's the layout of the festival, because we're kind of doing a little co-thing together.
Yeah, so there's And I've been to one comedy festival. I've been to it a few different times, but I really wanted to put on something that would be. I wanted to grow into a bigger type of festival, but I wanted to keep it small this time around. So we've got 4 shows on the festival. The first show is called Pocket Rockets because it's all casino themed.
Yep.
Because we have a lot of casinos over in Lake Charles.
Are you sponsored by any casinos?
No.
Oh, well. That seems like a missed opportunity.
Yeah. I'm going to get on the phone with Tillman Fertitta.
Yeah.
Call them.
Yeah.
Call LaBerge.
Look, if you
Mr. LaBerge.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Mr. Nugget.
If Mr. G. Olden Nugget, if you can look, if
This episode is so silly.
I know, if you can get the LaBerge Chinese restaurant to sponsor it, you
Perfect.
made it. Yeah.
Asia.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, guess who sponsored us? Asia.
Asia, the
That
whole
orange
continent.
The whole
chicken, though.
continent. Yeah. Look, they weren't going to do it, but in the heat of the moment, they decided to. It was the heat.
Hang on, wait. Let me
of
just
the
keep shaking my head.
moment.
All right, go ahead. All right, so Pocket Aces.
Yeah. Pocket Rockets.
Oh, Pocket
Rockets.
Rockets.
Yeah, but that's the design is the double aces.
Yeah, which is a nickname
so-
for pocket aces.
Oh,
That one's
thank you.
going to be
Poker term.
a showcase, and so
Okay.
that one's got a lot. I chose all local people. I didn't do any like submissions or anything like that.
But it's got some Lafayette folks
It's
on
got some
it.
Lafayette folks on it. We got Ken Edwards, John Merrifield, Maggie Shipley, Drew Gotro, Brock White Lion should be on it.
Nice.
And then so that's going to be the first show, and then that's
You have
gonna
any
be
Lake
the
Charles
Thursday.
people on there?
Yeah, we
Okay,
got
okay,
Jay
okay.
Moody, Keys, and Chase. I believe are all three are on that
Nice.
show. I for sure wanted to make sure all the Lake Charles people got 2 spots, and that was another thing too. Like sometimes you go to these festivals, you don't get a lot of time, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew
Why?
that
You don't want to take submissions.
exactly.
I
I didn't want to do that, and I knew. Me and Brock were actually talking about this because we spent all weekend together at the festival that we just went to, and
Shout out Tower City,
shout out Tower City, Daryl Felsberg, fun
Yeah.
festival. We had a great time.
Perry, Texas.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Oui.
They have an Eiffel Tower there.
They do.
They have
yeah.
a tiny one with a cowboy hat on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then there was also the one we did in our hotel room. But
You and Brock.
yeah. I mean, obviously there was somebody else. You know?
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
his name?
Daryl. Anyways.
G. Olden.
How you think I got that sponsorship?
Oh, boy.
But no, me and Brock were talking about on the way back. We're so lucky to have such a rich, talented environment of comedians.
No one's rich in comedy,
in
but go ahead.
Louisiana. Like between Lafayette, Lake
Yeah.
Charles, even like Baton Rouge and stuff. And I don't know too much about New Orleans comedy. I don't get out there enough. But and I think it's because our scenes are so small that if you're not cut out for it, you're not going to make it.
Yeah.
Just because there's not enough for you to kind of like excess stuff for you to hang on to.
I will say y'all have your good share and ratio of comedians with delusionment, who are delusional. Like you
Yeah.
got characters, you got stage name people.
Oh,
Yeah, y'all
You
have
got-
more characters than us.
we
Yeah.
do, which is
You get
very
people
strange.
who like their
we have
first
more people who
time.
Yeah.
can't walk, but you have more characters.
That's because I haven't convinced my mom to start doing stand-up.
She's improv now.
Send her here. We need to trying to
Tina,
start
we
a
need a
basketball
tape.
team.
Yeah,
Harlem
but-
roll Trotters. I fucked it up.
It's all right. We'll fix that in post. But no, yeah, y'all have got your characters. Like y'all have
too,
got
man.
some cuckoo mother beepers out there.
You
We
could say
do.
fuck. It's our podcast.
Yeah.
Cuckoo fucking beepers out there.
Mother
Man, we had a guy for a while named Dr. Ass who was coming out.
He stopped coming out.
He stopped coming out.
Hang on, disclaimer. Not a real doctor.
Not a real doctor.
Believe it or not.
My favorite part was the first day he came out, he signed up, and I was doing the roll call, and I was like, all right, number 1, Keys, number 2, Jay, number 3, Dr. Ass. And Jay looks at him and goes, Dr. Ass, are you a proctologist? And he goes, what is that? He had no idea.
I tell you it was the chemicals.
Yeah, that was he's one of the characters, man. We've got some other guys who just like they don't know why they're funny, But they're just going up there and just like yelling things. Like there's no punchlines. It's just like they read a line and then they just move straight on to the next joke.
Yeah.
And it's just the abruptness is very funny. But there's just a lot of characters for
Look,
sure.
bro, stop talking about my buddy Keys like that.
I'm sorry. Sorry. All they do is talk about ass stuff and superheroes.
Eating ass,
Yeah.
getting his ass eaten.
Yeah.
So on
Nasty.
that Friday, it's the the Thursday, it's the Pocket Rockets.
Thursday Pocket Rockets. That's going to be at the Exit Realty show. So we do a show in my
Ooh.
buddy's, in my
Nice.
buddy's real estate office,
Killer
and we
room.
gut it out. It's just like the back room at Library, man. We can fit 50 seats in it.
Nice.
So it's like there's a lot of places that have these little clubs now.
Yeah.
And you can do multiple shows in them, and they're so much fun because it's a tight room, and you can really get everybody close. So that's where the first show is going to be, 7 p.m. that Thursday. And then that Friday, we're going to do Stone Drunk Sober.
Yep.
And that's going to be you and me, and then Josh Watts. Daniel Simonson is going to be on the show.
Anytime Josh is mentioned, you got to...
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys have ever met someone uglier than your mom and not as strong as your dad.
Dang, that's
but
the
it's Josh
opposite
Watts.
of his catchphrase.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
Dang, you took his catchphrase and said the opposite.
With a full
I
head of
did.
hair but bald in the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Scarlet.
opposite of his hair. Yeah. I
No,
had
just
to.
down this middle. Just a stripe.
I
Yeah.
had to. I don't know if y'all checked Facebook lately, but
Oh, y'all have beef.
we got some beef.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Josh ran over his time by 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I saw the comments.
Yeah.
The logical comments
The logical
from
comments.
comedy fans.
You're lucky. You're lucky he didn't kick you off and cut the mic. It's a joke. It's a joke.
Disclaimer: people are stupid. All right, go ahead. So that's Friday. Yeah, Stone vs. Drunk.
Yeah,
That's gonna be
Friday.
a
Stone
killer
Drunk
show.
Sober. That's going to be so much fun.
We are going to the casino that night.
We
Yeah,
have to.
We have to. It's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm going then.
I literally, all the times y'all have gone to the casino, I have never been able to because I've always been DJing or working afterwards, doing
Yeah, yeah.
something. So, but I'm going to make sure nothing's going on that weekend besides the festival.
Is the
Today, Daniel's going to be headlining. He's going to be doing 2 shows. So he's going to be doing a 7 p.m. show and then a 9:30 show. Tyler's going to be on 2 of those shows.
Yes,
I got Jay and Keys swapping, and then Patrick Eady out of Houston is going to be on the
Whoa,
show.
whoa.
nice. If you don't
And,
know Daniel Simonson, he's very dry. I had to follow him in New York for a show, and I didn't want to go up because he's a killer. And he opens for CK. He is so good, very quiet, very dry. I just saw he's doing Rose City, and I would love
Yeah.
to be there.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's
Yeah.
beautiful to watch.
He just opened for Ari Shafir on the Netflix special.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he was one of the openers.
Yeah, killer. Yeah, I mean that's the way you do a festival, man.
Yeah.
That's it. You've
So,
got
yeah.
even though you got one national headliner, it's sprinkled out, and you've got great shows to
They're
That's
all
awesome,
shows
man.
that are tried and proven, which is why I wanted to include those in the festival. And I thought about doing maybe we do Q&A and then we have an after party, that kind of thing. I think it'll grow into that. Right now, I just want to see what can we do with Lake Charles.
Yeah.
I think we can make it happen. We're already selling a bunch of tickets for it,
Good.
which is good. But then eventually move into maybe get a podcast to come and do we have a podcast that we do. I want to get a real podcast.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all the time we have with Jacob.
Hey, I got
Gidry
this
tonight.
idea
Uh-huh.
for a show, but I have to be the one to host it.
All right.
It's a brunch show.
No, we already doing it for mine.
Yeah, we'll do. Look, it's my show.
Pop-Tart
I can run it
killers.
wherever I want to run it.
Pop-Tart killers.
No, serial killers.
Cereal. Okay.
And yeah, you spell it cereal,
Yeah.
and you serve cereal as a brunch item.
This is who you picked for your host?
Damn it!
Notice I haven't done my festival yet.
This is the only idea we have for the festival yet. It's hey, let's talk about ideas for the festival. Okay, look,
Hang on.
brunch. You like cereal?
He's hungry right now.
I got a Magic Spoon subscription.
We can't afford Magic Spoon. My kid bought that once at Costco, set us back 2 weeks. So where can everyone get information on the festival?
So we got all of the events are up on Facebook right now, but also www.lccomedy.com.
Just get rid of the W. What are you, 38? No, wait. Are you 65? That's younger than me. What are you, 82? What are you, your mom?
Yeah.
What are you, your mom?
What's the website again?
lccomedy.com.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
HTTP://
//
tilde backspace.
Who's
Okay.
Tildy?
Tildy Swenson. LCComedy.com and Lake Charles Comedy on Facebook.
Yeah.
They're so good. They got 2 Instagrams. Tell us about that.
You're damn right. We got one Instagram we can't log into that has a few thousand people.
That I tagged the wrong one.
Yeah, that Brian Petrie was like, hey, man, I saw you had an extra one up. We got to get rid of that shit. We're going to get to the original.
Jesus.
And he hasn't.
He hasn't. Shout out Brian Petrie.
Shout out Brian Petrie. That's where I'd hit the air horn if I had my DJ stuff.
You know.
Anyways, yeah, so we have 2, which is crazy because the one that I'm running has like 100 followers.
Damn.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, you
What's
gotta get
Kevin
that
Gates
other
say?
password.
One for the hose and one for the...
Nose.
One for the hose and one for my cousin I'm about to fuck. I think that's what it
That's
was.
what the other
Yeah.
Instagram is for.
Oh man,
I was
we
just saying
started
Kevin Gates. My bad.
And then we'll talk. We're doing a Valentine's Day show. We're bringing
We
Stone
are.
versus Drunk on Valentine's
Yeah.
Day, V-Day.
I'm excited for that.
VD Day.
V-
All right, Valentine's Day.
Never forget.
VD.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Guess where I'm going that night? Casino.
casino.
Chinese restaurant. Yes, shout out
Damn.
LaBerge.
Are you bringing the wife out?
No, she doesn't come to my. She doesn't support what I do.
All right.
Yeah. No. What am I doing? Get a hotel
I've
room?
only seen her at one show, and it's because y'all were somewhere else and y'all showed up. It was like a Christmas party y'all just left, and I was like, "You're like, hey, this is my wife," and then you roasted me. I forgot what you said. She was like, ha, ha, ha. And then y'all just walked away.
What show was that?
It was at the beer garden. It was like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it was
Yeah,
like
that
a
was
long
long-
time
yeah,
ago.
that was
Long
definitely
time
a long
ago.
time.
Yeah, yeah. It was
No,
so funny
yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yep. That's fine.
You're like-
Maybe I can get her to escape, but then
Yeah.
we'll see.
I mean,
we don't celebrate Valentine's Day. It is.
well,
so-
never mind then. Don't
Yeah,
worry
we
about it.
Barely
Yeah.
even celebrate Christmas. So
That's what I've been asking. I mean, I got it booked, but I was like, okay, who can I ask that isn't in a relationship? You know?
Yeah.
I tried to get Will Loden because him and his girlfriend are both comics to come down and be like on a team thing. They couldn't make it.
oh,
Yeah.
Well, that's all right.
Yeah.
Love is fake.
Well, that's boring.
We can cut that.
Hey everyone, just a quick update. In the time between us recording the episode and you watching it now, there's been a change for the Lake Charles Comedy Fest. So the Thursday night show is still on. Stone versus Drunk is being canceled on Friday because there was an issue with the venue on Saturday. So they're moving both Daniel Simonson shows till Friday. And then it means on Saturday, they're going to find a different show. Stone versus Drunk won't be able to be there on Saturday night, so they're going to find something else. But so again, Thursday still running. Daniel Simonson, both his shows are being moved till Friday, and then something will be announced for Saturday. Check everything out at lccomedy.com.
All right, Tyler. What's
Heck yeah.
next?
Well, Jacob's going to stick around for the next segment, but you guys are going to watch our interview with Mike Eaton.
Mike Eaton.
Cut to it.
Big thanks to our new sponsor, Parrish Inc., providing Acadiana with screen-printed apparel from T-shirts, patches, stickers, license plates, kids apparel, and more, as well as custom printing services. Parrish Inc. is 2 locations, downtown Lafayette and River Ranch. Check them out at parishinc.com.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to We're Dying Down Here. And we're here with our special guest, the cookie guru of the Doubletree, Mike Eaton.
It's me.
Yes.
Cookie guru.
Mike Eaton, welcome.
Yeah.
I got
Mike-
my cookies on check-in, and I grabbed another one on the way into the show.
Mike be eating them cookies.
They're, They're warm.
I know.
You can take a 6 and make it warm, and it's a 10.
Yeah.
For cookies.
You ate 10 cookies? All right.
Forgot we were talking about cookies for a second.
All cookies are 10s to me, buddy. So we just did a sold-out show here.
I can't believe everyone cleared out so quickly.
Yeah, man. That's hundreds of people that didn't show up. But
Whatever poor bar they're going to go descend upon.
Yeah. I don't know.
The opener opened the show by saying, "No one's here because I'm beefing with 50 Cent and he
Yeah.
bought all the tickets."
Yeah, it's like, man, that's... I wish your beef hadn't escalated.
I wish we would have bought the tickets because
Yeah.
we would
that
have
would-
all been smoking.
What's
hundreds.
really sad about that situation is I think that's a pretty good joke that with more people would get laughs,
Yeah.
but then it wouldn't make sense if more people were here.
I would go to say that all jokes tonight would have got would have been better with more people and more laughs.
You know, that's really going out on a limb and saying something brave. So.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Galen asked me when we were driving here, he goes, would you rather tonight there's 150 people there, but you eat a bag of dicks for your entire set, or there's 10 people there and you have a great set? And I was like, 150 all day.
Yeah.
All fucking day. I know I'm not bad enough, and the check from 150 would be so much better than 10.
Yeah.
And he was like, they're all comps. And I was like, 10. We're doing
Go.
10. We're doing 10.
Would you rather 150 people and you eat a bag of dicks, or what we had tonight and you eat a bag of cookies?
Yes.
Okay, all right. You're doing that either way, so it's fine.
He wants the money and the cookies. That's what I hear.
I'll take the cookie dicks.
So, Mike Eaton, this is the second time you had us. You came through.
You had us.
We had you. You had us at hello. And
In the
cookie.
biblical
All
sense.
Right. Oh, boy. It's a long night.
You never had me.
Quick look away.
You never had your car.
So you were, I don't know, you were here this year. You and and two pals, buddies.
Yeah.
Came to a show when we still doing Legends. That was fun.
That was really cool. That was a really fun time. And honestly, I've seen so many pictures and stuff from here, and seen so many comedians that I like look up to and admire and respect coming
Thanks,
through here.
man.
Yeah.
Name the ones at this table.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just like, how could I be like Jennard, Pennard, Leonard, and Tyler Arceneaux?
Wait, how come Tyler doesn't have a name like that?
His is already a fucking. It looks like someone threw up on a keyboard.
It's a chore.
Yeah, Tyler Archknox. Yeah.
You know, for a while I thought about going with just Tyler James, which is my middle name.
No.
Yeah, I know.
No.
I just made the decision. I was like, nah, I'd rather have to tell people how to say it. So I start my set by repronouncing it because the host never gets it right.
And it's really handy because of the charges that you can remind people that Arceneaux means no.
Well, that's all the time we have on this episode.
Wait, no, we're writing bits. Please stay out of this.
I can't believe I didn't sell more tickets.
Welcome to a episode of Kill Jason.
Man.
So you're out of Austin, man. Tell us what's been going on, what you've been doing. You've been traveling the world.
Dude, I had this idea. I kept seeing comics headline places, and I was like, oh, I could do that. And so I reached out to places to headline them, and it turns out selling tickets is hard.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have any idea how difficult it is. Just in every city, there's so many other things going on, and like you spend money. I getting into this is probably boring for people listening, but it's just like getting into like the business part of comedy is so weird. Mm-hmm. So it's like, dude, I'm like a drug-addled dick clown.
Yeah.
Why are you making
We have him
me...
here next week.
Dude, dick clown is so good.
I knew when he started, he was penis jester. All right. That's all the time we got for me. Thank you.
Oh, he was a cock juggler for a while.
Too far.
But so it's it's just weird to have to look at. I just want to tell people jokes.
Yeah.
I don't care about any of the other stuff. And then it's like, well, now I gotta make a good ad.
Yeah.
It's such a weird thing.
I try to participate without being obsessed.
Yeah.
Like I'm blessed because I have a job that's pretty cool, and I can still dedicate a lot of time to comedy, but not enough to like go full time yet. We also don't have an hour, so I'm like, I'll wait.
We have this philosophy, like me and Tyler, we both got jobs, we got kids, but like we're lucky enough that we have cars that work and we can go and do shows. So like we'll go do we have cars. We'll go do a show. It's like, oh, we're not going to make any money after if we, pay for a hotel and food. But like, okay, we're just all about the stage time. And for me, it's getting to a point where all right, this is enough. Like,
a little bit more
select.
selective.
Man, I've got so much stage time. I'd really like something else. Yeah.
The world is a stage, and but let's get a paid stage. Yeah. So.
Yeah. It's also very interesting too because I think, and we can bail on this topic if it gets too into the weeds, but like what crowd work has done to comedy, and what it has done to comedy audiences, like. I don't ever really think about it, but like I was at a wedding not too long ago, and a guy found out. I always try and hide what I do when I'm in those situations because I don't want to tell me a joke.
You wear sleeves so they can't see your tattoos.
Yeah, and a guy finds out I'm a comedian, and then he tells me that his favorite comedian is Jim Parsons.
Jim Parsons.
I don't know who that is.
Wait.
That is Sheldon from Big Bang Theory. That is who that is.
I thought that was going to be a moment where you were like, I can't believe you haven't heard of Jim Parsons.
Yeah, dude, I wish it fucking was, man. I really fucking wish it was. But he hit me with that, and I did the same thing. I was like, oh, a comic I don't know. And he goes, Sheldon? And I went, just the window shutdown
I
sound.
prefer Little Sheldon.
Young Sheldon.
Young Sheldon, sorry.
But it's one of those things where it's like, to a layperson, asking them, like, I remember being younger and you'd say, who's your favorite comedian? And I'd say Will Ferrell. Because of SNL sketches and Anchorman, or I might say I really liked fucking Ben Stiller and Dodgeball.
So like
Donald Trump.
Yeah,
we were talking earlier. Was it us talking earlier when I was talking about like, fuck, who was talking? Someone's like asking me like,
I wish we had a cutscene of just you screaming in a mirror. They love you. It's like, wasn't us talking about that earlier?
maybe this night's been so long. Anyway. Some person. It's a very serious podcast. Some human being was like, we were talking about like my first year booking, like what I had like Segura and Bragazzi, and they were like, did you know that? No, it was Brock. All right, he sucks. Did you know that they were going to be that? I was like, no, of course not. Like my first year, I had 2015, Tom Segura before Completely Normal broke. We had Bragazzi September that year. We barely sold 45 tickets. And he's like, did you know they would be this big? I'm like, you mean sell 8,000 tickets per show in an arena?
We saw him do 7,500, almost 8,000 here.
Yeah.
And it's like, it feels like just
in this
yesterday.
room? That's insane.
Just yesterday, the man couldn't sell out our hookah lounge.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I didn't know. And it's like, yeah, you don't know the business because, like, look at Gillis. Look at from what he was to now he's breaking records in all, like 25,000 tickets a show.
Yeah.
I would just like to go on record and say, please cancel me.
Also, those are two examples of people who really deserve the pop, though. They are incredible comedians,
Well,
both of
dude,
them.
like Chad Daniels is my favorite comedian.
yeah,
and him
he's-
finally getting a Netflix special.
Man, you're at a table of Chad Daniels fans, baby.
When I was I was replaying this memory in my head over and over. When I very first started comedy, I did like an open mic, and nothing happened with it. And then a guy hired me to MC an event, and I bombed terribly, got booed off stage, and then had to tell everybody that the event was over because we got a noise complaint. And so, like, I couldn't have been a more hated person at this event. Like, it really went bad, so I didn't do anything. I finally get into Austin, and I've done like 3 or 4 mics again, and then I see that Chad Daniels is going to be there for Moon Tower, and I buy tickets to all 3 of the shows he's doing. And in between the first and second show, I'm walking there, and I see him. And I was like, hey, man, can I be a douchebag and ask for a picture? And he's so nice. He goes, oh, you're not a douche. No, let's take a picture. And we take a picture. I'm so happy. And I watch his set. And then months later, I like start taking comedy seriously. And I send him a message. And I'm like, I don't know if you remember meeting me or whatever. And he's so kind. And he responds. And he's like, dude, it's so great to meet you. How much time do you have? And I'm a few months into comedy, and I was like, well, I can do like an hour alone in the mirror.
Oh, God.
But I've probably got like 15 to 30.
Holy shit.
It's just like,
You didn't have 5.
I didn't have a single fucking joke.
Yeah.
I didn't have 1 minute. And I was like, I can do an hour in the mirror.
I can't believe you told him this.
Schizophrenic fucking answer of all time.
You absolutely destroyed any chance you had. You think he was fishing? Was he asking you to open?
Well, here's the best part
Wait,
is
has
that
he unblocked you yet?
this is how you know he's the nicest human being on the planet and somehow not jaded by this industry is he didn't block me. He just responded very nice and was like, keep at it, keep working at it. And then 3 or 4 years down the road, I saw that he was coming into town, and I had been passed at Cap City. So maybe it was like 5 years down the road. But I messaged him and was like, hey, I don't know if you have a host for your weekend at Cap City, but I'm past there, and I'd love to come host for you. And then he goes, yeah, man, that would be great. And I'm so excited. And then it turns out he's like old friends with Doug Mellard, who's been there forever. And the club got Doug as a host to surprise Chad as an old friend. So they didn't tell him. So then like I'm like, well, I don't know what's going to happen. And so he reached out to me and was like, hey, the club surprised me with my friend Doug hosting the shows, but if you still want to come by and do a guest spot.
Nice.
It's like the nicest, and it let me do a guest spot. It sold out shows at
Were
Cap
you
City.
like, nah, dude, I got a mic to do?
And I was like, actually, I have an appointment with the mirror.
Yeah. I'm
I'm
recording
doing
my
an hour in my
special.
bedroom. It's like a Drew Michael thing, but
I'm doing my special. It's called Between Two Mirrors. It's just me staring at a wall.
just the visceral shame I feel just seeing the visual of me messaging him. I could do an hour in the mirror.
I think you should, there's a way you can get that, print it out, have him sign it, and you just put it on your wall, and that's your inspiration. You know?
That would be cool.
I messaged Theo Vaughn recently.
Yeah?
I expect no answer.
Yeah.
I said, hey, I see you're coming to Lafayette. I'm one of the best comedians in the state. I'd love to open for you. That's what I told him.
And he said, gang, gang, brother. I hope you have a good time.
I mean, just he already knows people from here that he would call a friend.
Like, cool,
that he
I was
could
going to
get
have
come
Donald
over.
Trump host. Oh, okay. My bad.
Somebody do a guest spot.
Brock's been on the radio every day or like every other week for the last 6 weeks.
He couldn't mention my fucking show? Piece of shit.
He's been talking about how he's opened it for Theo Vaughn, and it's like a running bit that they're doing on Planet Radio.
That's awesome.
And so he'll like, yeah, I'm opening for Theo Vaughn. If somebody could just let him know. It's been pretty funny.
That rules, dude.
Speaking of Chad Daniels, so that album, I Think You're the Worst, is probably one of my favorite stand-up albums, man. In the top 10, easily.
His album, Natural Selection, I've listened to fucking 200 times.
Yeah. Every time
on the moon,
every time I'm in the airport and like I see like a restaurant, and he's like, the guy's like, yeah, how's the Panda Express in the airport? And he's like, I don't fucking know, I don't drive here. Yeah, I'm gonna drive, buy a ticket, go through security, go,
He recorded
hey guys, I'm going to get lunch.
He recorded 2 hours at once.
Yeah,
The Empty Nester's great. That's one of the best specials of the year.
yeah.
He had one that was really good. This was coming out of COVID. Like him, Louis Katz, a few other people. It was for some channel, and they were doing a bunch of comedy specials, and it folded. I can't remember the name of it.
Damn.
It wasn't CISO, it was something else. But whatever that special is phenomenal. It's like looked like it was recorded like a little strip club or something too. Weird little place. All right, well,
I missed that one, but man,
Call in.
call in, Chad. We're waiting.
let us know.
So how the show's been?
Up and down. Like some of them are really cool, and it's also fun to see. I remember like starting out and like my first times hosting for people and featuring for people and looking at them, and when they didn't sell a bunch of tickets, like I still remember just being so fucking amped to do that show. And just be like, yeah, but I think they're awesome.
Yeah.
Like, people don't know. It's not on them. And then, like, I get there and I have, like, 40 people. And I'm like, I fucking suck. I'm going to kill myself. And the host is like, dude, it's so great to meet you. And I'm like, you're retarded. Why do you even like me, you moron? Like, get a real job. Yeah.
We have bangers like our Stone versus Drunk versus Sober show here.
Yeah.
That thing sells 150 minimum tickets.
Yeah, that
Sometimes
rips.
It outsells most national shows, and like you come here after one of those shows and you've got someone who has TV credits and you're like, oh, I feel bad. Like, why? But it's just,
There's been some ones recently that were like, it was disrespectful how little people showed up to see Mike Kaplan.
Yeah.
Mike
that
Kaplan
was-
is a fucking stud.
Mike Kaplan is fucking
Yeah.
incredible.
And he did an hour and
One
a
of the
half
best
with
joke
us.
writers of all time.
Yeah, I joke because my wife's first time seeing Mike Kaplan. No, my wife's first time seeing me do a stand up was her second time seeing Mike Kaplan.
Nice.
Like, because we went see him before I even did stand up. It just came up on my Facebook memories actually this morning.
Hell
about,
yeah.
10 years ago.
They're all fucking
was,
now.
At the Hi-Ho in New Orleans. And it was like, this dude was amazing. And we had him 2015 at the JP's, the hookah bar. And he's the smartest comedian. And
Yeah.
man, he's so good.
There's so many people like that like Ryan Stout.
I know that name.
Every time I've seen him, his albums, like his album How to Be an Audience, has some of my favorite jokes of all time. And it's just one of those dudes that's like, why aren't you fucking super famous?
Yeah.
You know?
Sean Patton.
Dude.
He's number one.
Not
Why aren't
only
you famous?
unbelievably funny, but like the nicest fucking guy.
Don't
The
get
most
better.
fun to hang out with.
Yeah.
His TV show right now is blowing up.
It's
though.
incredible.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
English
Yeah, they got
teacher.
a second
Yeah.
season
On
coming
FX
out,
and Hulu.
So
yeah.
sick.
Yeah, he's be here December 27th. Shout
Yeah.
out. Probably when this is
Friend of the podcast.
Yeah. Very cool.
I just lost train of thought. All right, it was going so well.
It was. We were
I was looking
podding.
at your mountain ledge tattoo.
Yeah,
so that's it.
dude, there. It's such a hodgepodge of stuff. I think after like, I got this guy and this JFT one and the lighthouse, all in the like same little period. And once they were there, it was kind of like, fuck it, just throw stuff
Yeah.
on there. And then the more I've gotten them, after I got this snake one, the floodgates were just open. It was like anything I want to put on my body is hilarious.
One
and
of our
fun.
friends in comics, Josh Watts, he's a huge piece of shit. Tyler, you gotta thumb it down.
He's a
Can you
fucking-
thumb it? There,
yeah,
he sucks.
fuck Josh.
He gets tattoos that his kids draw for him. But he
Fun.
just like puts this here, like when they're like 3 and 4, and I'm like, you
Awesome.
could just hang these on the fridge, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to put them on your body. You know?
I saw somebody tell you in a roast one time about your ice cream on your hand. They were like, you got an ice cream cone on your hand, but it's like hard for you to not eat it or something.
I had to
Your
get my hand
fingers,
reattached 5 times. Yeah.
because you kept eating it.
So where are you going up mostly in Austin? Where's your?
Creek is my home club there.
Yeah.
I go
Shout
up there the
out.
most. Dude, I love the Creek and the Cave so
Yeah.
much. I honestly, like, I've performed at every single room in Austin, and I think it's the best. When it's full, I wouldn't put anything else above it. The Little Boy room is awesome, and it's small and compact, and it's 2 tiers, and it's full packed in there. But it's also, those are all comedy tourists.
Yeah.
Like it's very rarely people from Austin. It's all people that flew in town to go to the Mothership, and they have their hopes up. And there's kind of it reminds me of the vibe you get at the store in LA, where if you're not a super famous person, it's kind of like, well, fucking show me something.
Yeah.
Like, Joe Rogan's gonna come up in a minute. Why do I give a shit about you?
Yeah.
And so, like, if you're like, and that makes you better, and you got to work for it. But it's just like, if you go into a full Creek at a filthy show, and you've got 200 people in there, there's no more fun thing on the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just it's a murder box. It's tight. It's dark. The drinks are flowing. The staff is unbelievable at quietly bringing drinks to table and being
That's awesome.
nonchalant.
That's so important.
God, it's fucking huge.
Yeah, that's how this room is. This room is a kill box. Robert Kelly says it. Like Mark Norman says it's the best. Stone versus Drunk, like that. That packed out, it's amazing. The only difference is you got to get up to get your drink because they don't do cocktail service. You know,
Yeah.
we don't do tables or anything.
But that's not
no, it's not
a
bad.
huge problem.
No,
I
but
think
mean,
Rebecca's one of the most important people in comedy.
Yeah,
She's awesome.
she's a hero.
Yeah, they're eyeing New Orleans for skanks next
God,
year,
that would be so fucking sick.
Kind of sucks for us.
Why?
Because if we get it, but we could have gone to somewhere else,
Yeah.
but we go to New Orleans, which is like, that's like one of our spots we go to all the time.
Yeah,
No,
I
it's
mean,
going to be fun.
I get
but-
that side of it, but it's also like the pomp and circumstance of Skankfest being there.
Oh, yeah.
I've always felt this way about New Orleans, is that if you go to a comedy show in New Orleans, you are bad at having fun. You
Yeah, there's
fucking
so much
suck
other
at
shit to
planning your
do.
night.
Yeah.
You had the opportunity to
Damn.
go watch live jazz music by the best in the world, go and eat the most incredible food, go and drink in the best party place of all time, go and see amazing history, ride around on the fucking trolleys, go and shop for beautiful art. There were all of these things, and you were like, let's go and sit inside quietly. Let's go over and hang out by Harrah's and go and sit inside quietly. Let's go next to the Cat's Meow, where people are being the best drunken karaoke tards of all time. And then instead we're going to sit... Your penis. It's like, you fucking suck at this. What are you doing? But for
I think you just
Skankfest-
shit on all our sets.
no, but on
yeah.
Skankfest, it's like, yeah, go there
Oh,
for
yeah,
that.
for that, yeah,
That's going to be a
totally.
wildly fun good time.
Yeah. No, a lot of people do it. Like we do a room that's no longer operating. Vincent Zambon has the Dragon's Den, which is killer place.
Yeah, that's in
the
Frenchman, right?
Yeah, right upstairs, and that's good because a lot of people do that, be like kind of get their night going, you know. And it's like, oh, we go watch show, and then you just walk out the door, and then you go right into it, you know. But that room's dead now. So it's,
R.I.P.
yeah. So now what do we do? You know?
Sports drink.
Yeah, sports drink.
I
is a
haven't
cool
been
little
yet,
place.
but I'm hoping.
Yeah, I've seen
Killer
Marcus
place.
Bond posting about it, and it
Yeah.
looks
Yeah,
awesome.
he's headlining the
Yeah.
mic or something, right? What is he doing?
I don't know, it's something. Yeah.
I'm serious, bro.
I know, it's just such a fun. Yeah, he's headlining
Well,
the mic.
no, it's actually a big deal because they don't have a mic.
Yeah.
they're. I
No,
think
they did an impromptu
Yeah.
mic because someone canceled, which is the room I was setting him up for tomorrow night. But then they decided, since all the Taylor Swifties are in town, they're just doing Taylor Swift karaoke night for the whole weekend. So
Oh God,
yeah, I know.
I want to perform over there. That looks fun.
It looks cool. Those
Yeah.
orange
Killer
Gatorade
place.
things
Yeah.
give me such
Yeah.
nostalgia.
Sean's doing it, right? Is Sean or
No,
Mark.
I'm doing it with Mark in
yeah,
November.
Mark
yeah.
Norman. is doing that room.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
What?
Yeah.
Come on.
After he does a 1,800 seater theater
Yeah.
the night before, so
Gonna pop over.
Have you done a theater yet?
No, I've done theaters. I haven't done anything over 500.
It's crazy.
And just the
Can I tell you it's easy? Would you believe me?
I would,
Somebody like you, it would be easy.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, I'm supposed to be doing, it's easy. Like, that's our takeaway from it.
the
It's like we put the work in to be there,
Yeah.
and then it's like, oh, shit. We work so hard, and, like, this amount of people, it's hard to lose if you're good.
the 300-seat theater I did in Austin, the Scottish Rite Theater, Don't Tell did a show there, and the size of the stage was interesting just for like the feeling of just
It was
negative
big?
space. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
big. So it's a theater stage.
I think I've seen, I don't know if I saw that, but I've seen them do that before at other places.
It's an awesome venue, and having even though it's only 300 people, it's 200 downstairs, 100 up top, so it's all full and packed out. But Hunter Duncan, who runs Don't Tell there, was like, "Hey," you're like, "I'm gonna message him," but
No, I've already been left on red by Hunter Duncan. Thank you.
he's a great. He just had a kid not too long ago, so he's
He used
very
to
busy.
do the Vulcan, or what did he do before?
He had Cherrywood for
Okay.
a long
I
time. He had
messaged him
an
for
awesome
this.
Tuesday
I got a
show,
rec from, like,
and then he does
somebody
Stone vs.
from
Drunk
him.
for Sober.
Yeah.
With Carlton Wilcoxon at Spider Room or Spider
right.
House.
I need
Ballroom.
to hit them up. Like, hey, I need to do it in Austin. Never got to do it in Austin.
It's a
yeah,
awesome show there too.
yeah, at the Fallout.
Yeah,
But
as,
no, they
as
don't
the
do it.
reigning champion of Louisiana, I'd like to do it in Texas myself.
Well, we are in January, but yeah.
Oh yeah, we're going to Dallas.
But before I got on stage, Hunter told me, he's like, if you haven't done a theater before, just like slow down. And I went out and I opened with my queso joke, which is like my just crowd pleasing
I love
bullshit, and it ripped.
I think it's cheesy. All right.
It's
Fucking
but
leaving.
it just like it really like it did feel like I was playing on easy mode because while there's the tension in a room of this size with the people and you say the punchline and then you feel it pop when they get it and they laugh, the wait for the pop there is so much bigger, but then the pop is so much bigger, and then it carries. So like laughter is contagious. So you say the joke and then ha 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 ha, like it hits all the way back and then forward again, and then you're like, oh man, that's why he said slow down, is because I gotta wait 5 seconds to say another line, and then it's like I have all this punch heavy like tempo stuff, and it's like, well now I gotta slow it down, and it's like I'm gonna get through 2 jokes. I'm doing 10 minutes. I gotta fuck.
Do you struggle to not step on punchlines when you're killing?
I wouldn't
Or
say
step on
struggle.
laughter,
I think
rather.
I'm finding more of the balance in that part of it now, where there is a certain amount that you can step on it that ramps it up.
Yes.
Like,
yeah,
there-
it's like
the-
a fine wine.
There is, because it's like this weird balancing act of, if I say it too soon, your laughs are too raucous for you to hear and process. But if I catch you before the laugh, it's like a orgasm. It's like if I can keep hitting it while you're still coming, then you can just keep coming. And so it's like,
I don't know. I've never done that.
I read a book.
I'm sure this metaphor makes sense to someone.
I've seen it.
Is this still the queso joke? All right, sorry.
I've seen it acted in
Well, this is from the films. I don't know about this. It was a metaphor from the silver screen, the silver sticky screen.
My Girl 2.
Yeah,
Electric Boogaloo.
My Girl 2, Your Girl.
There is a My Girl 2.
Have you seen My
It's
Girl
just-
3, Our Girl?
Yeah. My Girl 4, not a girl. All right, sorry. All right, sorry.
They filmed that one in Thailand, but it was like The Hangover 3.
Bangkok.
But that line of like, okay, you're still laughing, it's starting to subside, and then you can come in with another punch and keep going. It's finding where that's where I find like the strength in the material, because then what I thought was the best punchline will not be able to carry on the laughter of the previous one, and it's like, oh, I got to switch those around. This one's funnier, people react more to that one, and then you find like I have like a thing where I say something going 80. I've said going 50. I've said going 60. I've tried all the 57. Like I googled funniest numbers. Do you know how fucking
69?
Do you,
All right,
yeah,
sorry.
do you know how stupid you feel like
Yeah.
looking on Google like verbally? What are the funniest numbers?
Nah, because I believe that like some sounds are funnier than other sounds.
Yeah.
Like the end of a word,
The hard
sounding
R. No.
str-
Thank you. Good night.
Let's go to a sponsor.
Yeah. Brought to you by BetterHelp.
Oddly enough, I believe it was Patrice O'Neill who said this, but he was talking about how, like, if you're telling a joke and you're using the word Chevrolet and it's not working, maybe you should say Buick, because it just sounds funnier. It ends with a hard consonant, and that like elicits a feeling out of people when they hear it. And it's like, when I heard that, I was like, that's so you like toying with the numbers. So relatable, man. That's what I love about comedy.
It's such a fucking crazy autistic thing to be like, that is so relatable.
Yeah, it is, though.
Yes,
but that's what I love about comedy. It's like, so somebody
80 is a good number.
I saw on Facebook today, somebody was like, it's amazing how you can change 3 words and the joke is so much better.
Yeah.
And that is my favorite part. That's what I'm obsessed with, is figuring out the puzzle.
Kid fucks you.
Not just changing them.
That's a good example.
Sometimes just getting rid of them.
Yeah.
Like, take it out. And it's like, oh, you don't need this extra thing. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Dude, I found that with most of my jokes, if I just take all the words out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and replace them with funnier ones.
Yeah. Or just
DJ.
sounds.
Yeah.
If I get up there and go,
Good closer tonight, by the way. Yeah. And opener.
The Chewbacca impression.
yeah. Oh, guys, fun fact. I learned this recently. I have a friend who's a sign language interpreter. So this is the letter G.
Wait, is that the chick you hooked me up with? Not that.
Yes.
Yes. She's awesome. Sorry.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yes, I have that. I showed that video to my kid about. She was telling me how to say all the stuff. So it's
It's
great.
so fun. So I did the thing that you always do when you're like, oh, you do sign language? Teach me all the bad words. You know?
Yeah.
This means gay. You
Okay.
put a letter G on your chin. How fucking awesome is that?
This is where the dick
I thought
goes.
you would put the D. All right.
Right?
Sorry. You know.
But so what's funny about sign language is that it's all like very like it's practical. So like you can kind of make up signs. And so I was asking her like how you would say someone is dumb. And so you would do like a D off of their head.
That's great.
And like if you want to say wine, you could go like wine is like you do the W across here, or like beer is
Getting wasted.
yeah, right. Like beer, you can do like a fucking beer on there. But if you went, that's cum. You're drinking cum now.
Oh
And you can just surprise deaf people.
no, Coke.
Yeah.
It's Coca-Cola.
Coke, cum,
Carrot
It's-
juice. You know what abortion is? So you know how you do a baby?
Yes, I've heard of it.
You literally do the baby and then you throw it away.
Yeah.
That is so beautiful.
So
It doesn't even work like that. You should have to dig up inside you.
Well, it depends what state you're doing the sign in.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Anyway.
In some states, it's just, which means murder.
Yeah.
No, it's just
We're
cool.
getting so many clips off
I
this.
just, I just like I love sign language, but here's the thing. So, I want to say the number is 80%, but it might be higher. But 80% of parents with a child who is deaf do not learn sign language.
That's crazy.
I thought it would be like
What do they do?
4 or 5% would be like, nah, fuck it, we're not going to talk to it. But all of them are just like, nah.
So my kid has
What?
my kid has a friend, and both my kid's friends' parents are deaf, and when they sleep over there, it's like a madhouse. She's like, you don't understand. We blare music 4 a.m. We scream. We walk around in the kitchen. Her dad's right there. We're behind. We're like, F you, all this, and he turns
That
around. We're like,
rules.
hey. And I'm like, well, you do this in my house too, so it's fine. I can hear you little shit. You know? So what's next for you? What are you doing? Are you working? Are you trying to make
Yeah. Well, so
get an hour working? Like,
so
what's
right
your
now
goal?
I have.
What do you want for the future?
Who are you?
Who are you? Let me press record. All right.
Who am I?
This is the warm up.
Who am I?
I like how he felt like he has to keep asking questions like you weren't going to answer. Well, just in case you don't know what I said.
Who am I? You know, I had like more clear visions about what I wanted for the future when I hadn't done things. Like I was like, I need to record a special because a special is something that I can put on the internet that people can see. And then like the whole rigmarole of putting out a special and figuring that out and trying to promote it and make clips and all that. It just was like that I wasn't ready, but I needed to learn that by doing it and failing. And now I'm at a place where like my gut tells me I should go and record an hour. Excuse me, I should figure out the hour part of it. But I know if I do that now, my hour's not going to be what I want it to be.
Yeah.
Good.
I have
I'm good. You
20 to
should
30
say
minutes
that.
of it that I really like, that I know are strong jokes that work in a variety of crowds, that I've got a bunch of very good punches to, that I haven't added that, but I still add tags to them. You know, like you do the set and you're going through the motions of a joke, and then because your brain is in, you know, the kind of treading water phase, you hear a new place to go with it, and you find a new angle for it, and you find a new tag there. So, like, even those jokes, like, I'm hesitant to record and put on anything because it's like, well, they're still getting better.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's still more to them. And, like, realistically, what do I want a special for? So that I can go and tour and sell tickets? Well, if I burn the hour that I have that I'm trying to tour right now, then what the fuck are people going to watch?
And it
me
doesn't
do?
work. Yeah.
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 Not only, so what only if I put it out and it's ass, I get 1,000 views again.
Yeah.
Now I've just burned all of this stuff. Like, some of the material that I do now, worse versions of, are on the first special that I did.
Yeah.
But it's okay because 3,000 people saw
Dude,
it.
I will not put out anything that I don't think is perfect. Not just like not finished, because they're never going to be finished, right? Let's be real. We're always gonna be like, I think of that line later. I wish that was on the special. But I want them as good as they can be, and I want the special quality to be incredible. I will not settle for less.
Yeah.
Because, like, why? Like, just too much mediocrity, bro. Specials are not special anymore.
Yeah.
And I refuse to take part in that. I'm going to walk away from this with something good.
Dude, like, Ryan Long's new special is, like, it's
Don't-
amazing. It's amazing.
Laughed
One of
the
the-
whole
The
time.
visuals on it. I mean, like Dan Soder's special. There's another
Yes.
one where it's like he waited, and then when he put it out, it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And like, I firmly believe like he wouldn't have had to do any of the podcast rounds or any of the promo for it, and would have still probably gotten still half as many views because it just stood on its own merit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good.
You know, when you put out something that's really truly good, no matter what's going on with all the attention arbitrage and everybody's attention spans destroyed by TikTok and fucking all of the bullshit fame chasing and clout chasing nonsense and TikTokers and YouTubers and all of that, like
And Kill
people,
Tony
yeah,
is-
yeah, well, no, so
Yeah.
even like Kill Tony stuff, like
Yeah.
people still know what is good.
Yeah.
People still see good comedy and they go, that guy's fucking great. Like, you know, like, I think Sam Talent should. I wore the fucking shirt today because it matched my pants.
He's
But
the
like,
man.
I think he's like one of the best comics in the world. And you know, in a lot of circles, like in like my work circles, like day job circles, and lay people that don't do comedy, they may have heard of him. They may have seen it from Matt and Shane's fucking channel, but they don't know his body of work or know about the book or anything like that. But then you see like Kill Tony fans who aren't always the most adroit comedy fans that know the most about comedy, and they're like, he's the best fucking guest. The guy's amazing.
They know the
And it's
truth,
like if you, it's just that ball don't lie. You
Yeah.
know, like if you're fucking good, like people notice.
So Sarah Tolomash just released a new special. Watched it, and I'm a fan of
I
all
thought you were
her
gonna be like
stuff.
ass.
Didn't like
so
it. No,
crazy
no.
to
Pussy,
do.
actually.
No, like I know all her material. We've had her here a couple times. Love her. And I watched the special. I'm like, this is so good. And also, she's pregnant. She's about to give birth. Like, it's just like everything was great. Everything visual. And she finally got some good recognition. Like Vice, I think Vice or Vulture, one of them was like top 5 specials you need to see right now. And she was one of them. And like, oh,
That
finally.
rules.
And it feels good because you root for people. You're like, come on, man. Like, I want you to.
Well, man.
Why am I enjoying this and no
Did
one
you
else?
just say low man?
I said, "Whoa, man, are you hungry, Mike Eaton?"
It sucks
another
how
round of
clearly I
cookies.
heard the words low man. That fucking sucks, dude. That sucks so bad. Derailed entirely of your very nice point
Nah, it's
about
all right.
Sarah, and I
That's
just
okay.
did you say low man? Fuck.
What?
That's all I
Do they have Chinese here?
The
I assume it's a small smattering. I just
No,
didn't
we
know.
We don't
do.
have a Chinatown.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, no kidding. I mean, you kind of do. I'm sure it's a small neighborhood.
No,
Yeah, we-
they're spread out, but yeah, we got one. Yeah.
I'm keeping track on it. I got tabs. I've actually got a system with a map.
I have air tags in all of them, so
It's ironic. It's like from whence you came, from the factory back. But
yeah,
no,
anyway.
I like it's so interesting because a lot of towns you can find that have very small minority populations, because it's such a small, close-knit group, that they sometimes have like a really banging restaurant. Like Flagstaff, Arizona has an unbelievable Thai place.
We have more.
Like what?
We have more Vietnamese.
Ooh,
places.
so good pho.
Yeah, we have good pho. That's probably the biggest. And Louisiana has a big Vietnamese population.
Interesting. I've had quite a bit of Viet Cajun stuff. That is a crossover fusion that I'm very familiar with. There's a place called Crawfish and Noodles in Houston that's very famous.
Yeah, so I was about to say, like, they have, like, crazy boiled crawfish in Houston where they do all kind of extra shit. Yeah,
Dude, all the
crazy.
garlic and spices.
Yeah,
It's so good.
Yeah, just don't eat
I
it.
love Houston. You like Houston?
Yeah.
Houston's my favorite city.
For what?
Comedy.
Okay, yeah. No, it's a great comedy city. The crowds there are incredible. I love being in East Downtown at the Secret Group
Oh, yeah.
so much, and I love
one of the
so
best hangs in the
many
country.
Houston people so fucking much. Nuke the city.
Not a fan?
Nuke the city. I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it.
Is that a new restaurant, Nuke City?
If I could make like 4 safe zone bubbles in Houston and then just level that motherfucker and start it over from scratch,
All right.
Damn.
it's too big, it's too sprawling, it's cavernous, and everyone there drives like they stole it.
Oh, that is true.
It's impossible to decipher a good way to get from point A to point B, and everyone there has this dumb fucking thing. Oh, there's 2 loops. You just got to do the inside loop or the outside loop, and you just get off it. Fuck you. Hey, how about fuck you? I don't want to take 45 minutes to go 3 miles. How about this? I don't want to take 2 hours to go 8 miles because your city's so fucking big that if I want to get from one neighborhood to the other...
We were there like 2 weeks ago. We went to see Soder and we would do shows, and the amount of people driving that like idiots, like Tyler's
Bro.
driving. We were just like, what? Like, what was that? Like,
It felt like we were in the Twilight Zone. We were talking out loud about every single one. Like, what is happening?
What are you doing?
This guy's doing this. This guy, what the fuck?
They sometimes just stop on the highway for no reason. They're just like, I don't want to go no more. You're like, why? I don't want to. Well, okay.
For us, Houston's so great because it's like, that's where we can go do the most spots on a weekend easily.
Have you been to Aga's? All right. This is one of my few safe zones in Houston. Aga's, AGA''S. First off, the one thing, if you need a corroborator on this, go on Google Maps, type it in, Aga's Food and Catering. They have 15,000 reviews.
Jesus.
And they are a 4.9.
Wow.
That's unheard of.
No, that's...
It's the most reviews
What
I've
kind of
ever
food
seen
is
on
it?
anything. It is Indian.
I guess?
It's
Bam.
Indian and Pakistani.
I would have not guessed.
So they do a grilled lamb chop dish there. I have gone on record many times to say that it's goat chops. That goat is a poverty meat, and that it is a work animal and it shouldn't be eaten, and that if you're eating it, it's because you're from a country that doesn't know about food. And then I had to eat my fucking words because the goat that I've had there rivals any steak, any chicken, any pork I've ever had. It was goated. It was.
Wow.
It was.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've eaten it through Jamaican, like, always. Anytime it's available, Jamaican food's great.
Dude,
But,
yeah.
All right.
Caribbean jerk food I fuck with heavy. Scotch bonnets are a great pepper, but I was so blown away by the goat here. And then it's called chicken makhani, but it's essentially like a butter chicken
Yeah.
or a tikka masala, but it's just like a creamy tomato gravy.
Nice.
Ooh, buddy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm hungry now.
Did you say lo mein? Let's go get pho, dude. There's got to be a pho place. Yes.
All right. Well, 3 husky dudes are hungry now.
Don't claim husky. This has got to be how real women feel when trans women are like, I'm a lady. It's like, fuck, you're not husky.
I still
I'm
was.
sorry, I didn't mean real women.
He
I meant
just
cis
lost
women.
like 100 pounds.
It was
Yeah.
only
Oh,
it was
that's
only
fair.
He's
65,
melting away, this
so-
guy.
That's impressive.
We used to have a fat podcast.
How has the penis growth been?
Amazing.
Incredible, right?
It's there. It's like Gollum emerging from the cave.
It's
out there.
insane to see
Gollum
the
doesn't
slow
get
rap.
bigger.
when he comes out the
That
cave.
metaphor is the worst.
Don't get
It's
caught up on the
it's like,
semantics
hey,
of.
you know that little tiny halfling creature? That's like my dick.
Well, imagine. But now imagine it's winter and he bulked up.
Yeah. He's taking creatine on the mountain, you know. Oh.
No, when I was like 24, 25, I got on like a big health kick, and I lost like 90 pounds, and I got into the best shape of my life, and I look great, and the dick growth was unbelievable.
It hangs now. It's amazing.
But here's the thing, and I will tell you, this is a cautionary tale. If you gain it back, you will experience the worst horror story of your entire life as your body slowly eats your new penis away from you. And you just watch over time as your gut goes, nom, nom, and you're like, no! It's just each honey butter chicken biscuit from Whataburger is just like a 1/4 inch off.
Where can we find you other than at the next Asian restaurant we go to?
Hanging in the closet of room 202. I bet you feel dumb for already paying me for the show. Could have kept the money. Now it's just going to die in a Venmo account.
I know the people here, they're like, hey, the comedian died. I'm like, let me see his phone. Boom, boom. Send it right back. And some more.
Just taking my fat face out of the belt to be like, can you believe this fucking Venmo's Giggle Boy? It would be so funny. Do the little cheek pinch. Like, oh, you're funny.
I have to sprinkle.
I'm Mike. I'm so dead and fat.
I have to put DoubleTree cookie crumbs on your mouth so it looks real. iPhone's like, we don't recognize this. Oh, crumbs. Yeah. Oh, opens right up.
Unbelievable promo for this is just taking my dead face and it's all blue and you just go, did you say lo mein? Clip it.
My head hurts.
Oh, that rules. Mike is Eaton on Instagram is where you can find me.
All right.
Perfect. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Dude,
this was a great time.
Yeah, everything hurts
stuff.
right now. This is great. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
All right, we're done.
All right.
And we are back. That was our interview with Mike Eaton.
I'm sure it was so funny.
So impactful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was moving.
Yeah. We put it on the big screen here for Jacob to see.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was moving. They weren't doing a lot of moving, but it was pretty
No, we were
moving.
sitting down. It's kind of like this.
My arms were moving.
Yeah.
Check out Mike Eaton, one of our favorites from Austin, Texas. He is big in the roast battle scene. So he competes a lot in Austin, and then he goes on the road and does a bunch of
Yes, he runs
other
them.
shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did the one in Dallas while we were there, and then he judges and hosts it and everything.
Yeah.
So check him out.
Yeah, subscribe to Mike's YouTube. And then there you can find his podcast, I Could Eat, of
Yeah.
which I am a featured guest on one of the episodes. Go check that out.
I hope my next trip there, I will be eating with Mike
yes,
Eaton.
make sure you hit him up and
He should have called that.
eat
With Mike Eaton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously like it. It is a punchline of mine that I use, so I do have conflicting feelings on it.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Because it's
We'll sue
like,
him.
We'll sue him. I gave him a sticker one time, and he didn't know that I had that joke.
Yeah.
And I gave him the I Could Eat sticker. And he goes, you made this for me? And I was like, no. I just already have these because I could eat.
Yeah.
So that was one of my. I have that sticker on my DJ laptop, and I'm DJing one time, and this girl comes up. She goes to ask me a question, and she goes, "I can eat."
And you're like, finally, let's go in the back. Clip it. Jacob, do you hear that sound? This is your first time hearing it.
I hear it. That sounds like the rare, not so rare hack bird.
It's native to this area. It's time for Hack Watch.
Hack Watch. Oh, Lord, it's been forever.
Oh, Tyler, you're starting us off.
All right. My Hack Watch is just going to be about something very near and dear to me that happened this past weekend.
Your blood pressure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, there's comedians of all different type of ilk, right? It takes a while to learn how to do this. When you're a few years in, I feel like it's not necessarily the time to take incredibly big swings at real risky stuff. For instance, pretending to be drunk on a show where you're supposed to just be drunk for the show. There's, that's one example, but there's a number of different examples of just like younger comedians taking a little too big of a risk. And some might say, hey, it's comedy, it's art. Also like comes a time when you start wasting people's time.
Oh.
And on paid shows, that's not where you want to be.
On paid sold out shows.
Yeah, paid sold out shows. That's not where you want to be trying these big risky things that are going to be wasting people's times, making you look like a fool
and not doing your time. Yeah, and putting a stick before the actual jokes. And that's
Right.
that's the thing right there. Yeah.
I think people underestimate that the crowd is smart enough to know, like, when something is real and when something is fake.
Yeah.
So especially if, like, they're trying to fake
have
being
some sort of
drunk, you know?
awareness, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
That's like a huge problem I see is a lot of comics are just trying to be smarter than the audience with everything that they do. And that's different.
There was this
tangent, but
guy
still.
I knew who used to do this Batman fucking outfit, and I can't.
that's
I could
crazy.
not stand this guy, and he would just keep doing this over and over. I'm joking. I only saw
crazy.
you do
That was
that
me.
once.
That was me.
It's one of my favorite times at the beer garden.
No, I think I saw it once.
I only did it once. I learned my lesson.
That's all it took. You
Yeah.
see, awareness.
No, I mean when you do something and it's not, you have to have the confidence to go, hey, not just to do it, but to go, this should be good, or I have a way out of it. But you bring a show to a halt. You don't do your time. You take a crowd that is hot as can be. You bring them down to nothing. You leave the next comedian in the hole to dig out of, which sometimes is good to it's easy to get out of because they're like, oh, well, this is comedy.
Yeah, but
So,
sometimes you're gonna screw somebody over. you know?
big time. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're not just affecting your set; you're like affecting the whole show, and just
Yeah.
be considerate, I guess.
Yeah.
Be considerate and try not to be delusional. That's a big thing that we keep saying over and over again, because it's just almost all of the hacky stuff is centered around some sort of delusion about what you're doing and whether it's working or not.
I'll say this too: if you're on a show where you don't know the comics on the show, that's the time to prove yourself.
100%.
And when you don't, you're not getting booked
We just went
again.
to Texas, and I only did bangers all
Yeah.
weekend. And yeah, it's shit that I've been saying for 5+ years, some of it, but it don't matter. That was
Yeah.
my time to show those clubs, because we were in
Yeah.
like actual situations where I could be booked again, and be able to go do weekends at places, and so it was my time to shine. And
Yeah.
you got to make that decision sometimes. So
And at that point, you're respecting the club's time.
yeah,
because,
Exactly.
100%.
you got the opportunity to do in front of them, and like you said, like that's your chance.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
don't, do what you know is going to work. Give a good product.
Yeah.
100%.
Jacob, your Hack Watch.
I got a couple things for Hack
Oh
Watch.
shit! All right.
Number one, I don't know how hack this is, but it's definitely a pet peeve. One thing I cannot stand is whenever somebody's doing comedy and they tell a joke and the crowd laughs and they go, "Thanks for laughing at that."
As though they were not sure that it was supposed to be funny.
Either that or like what else is the crowd here to do?
Yeah.
Like they're here to laugh. Like it's just like a weird. It's just like a weird. Like and it breaks up the flow of your set and everything.
I think that's good for a joke that could be a little dumb or kind of goofy, and
Or-
you're like, oh,
yeah.
we're all in on this. Was a dumb
Or super
joke.
self-condescending.
Yeah.
Like super self-deprecating to the point to where you're like, thank you guys for laughing at something that is so painful
Yeah,
to me.
but if
Like,
you're rolling in this thing and
Yeah.
you've got these jokes and everything's gone, and then I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was just something because I saw.
Yeah, that was
I
trash.
saw
Move
recently
on.
the
No.
same person because I've seen the same person do that for a couple years in a row now,
Oh, okay.
and it's like the same sponsor doing it at like. So God, this is just kind of like bad booking advice.
Let's go.
I don't know.
Let's
what,
go.
So if you're so I run Like Charles Comedy, and I know JP gets this a lot of
Into
flack.
the ground.
LCComedy.com.
Yes.
www.lcgolden.net.org.
/ user.
If you're messaging a booker, message the person with
Booker T.
it's a
Washington?
business. Yeah, if
Okay.
you're messaging Booker T. Washington, make him know that a stunner's coming his way.
Wait, no. Booker T. Washington and Booker T. are not the same person.
Oh,
Yeah.
who's this other guy y'all are talking about?
What parish is Lake Charles in?
Calcasieu.
Don't send your kids to Calcasieu Public School. All right, go ahead.
Okay. if you're messaging a booker to get booked, message them what the point of you reaching out to them is, especially if you don't know them.
Oh yeah.
Say, hey.
Don't just be like, "What's up,
Yeah,
bro?"
don't
You're
just-
not
don't
supposed
just
to
say what's
like
up.
30 Instagram posts in a row.
You're supposed to do that and then comment, hey, you're doing really cool things. Check your DMs.
Do you share all their videos, like 3 in the row on your page, real quick?
Yes, you have
Okay,
to.
that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
All right,
You
go
want
ahead.
them to know. You know, it's like if it's one of us are like going after a lady or something. You got to let them know, hey, I want you.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to be persistent.
Okay, just want to clear up. Go ahead. Okay.
But it's a business thing, so you got to message them and be like, hey, this is who I am. This is our connection. Here's the dates that I would like to do, or if you have anything available, this is when I can do it. Here's some clips. Here's my credits. Something like
Sorry,
to let me know.
here's my
you know?
clip.
Yeah.
Clip.
One
yeah.
clip.
Don't
One
say-
clip.
yeah.
One
This
clip,
is
yeah.
what I do.
Yeah.
I say, hey, so and so told me to reach out to you. I'm coming through on this time. Here is a link to a clip if you need. Thank you for the consideration either way.
That's perfect.
Beautiful.
Not just slide into my DMs
Right,
and
right,
say,
right.
hey, what's up?
Yeah. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah. I don't know you.
This I know that message is coming. I get someone who likes 10 things in a
Yeah.
row. The Instagram, like, oh, this is either a bot, and they're gonna be like, I'm a hot lady. Click here, or
Which I do.
oh, thank you, I appreciate that. Or the next day or two, I'm gonna get a message, hey, and then it's there. There you go.
Anytime I get added by a comedian and then they do that, I'm like, here it comes.
Here it comes.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it doesn't, you know?
Yeah.
This is why I do not produce.
Yeah. But by the way, if you're in New York, get ready because April's coming up, and I'm gonna be doing the same thing. But go ahead.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Every time.
Man, last thing I just got to say, this goes with jokes as well as, just if you're posting something online or anything. I don't think there's anything wrong with having an opinion and, sticking behind that opinion. But if you're going to go back and forth on your opinion and just whenever people disagree with you, just block them.
Hey, you're going to my hack watch. Go
Okay.
ahead.
You know what? I'm done with my hack watch. I'm being a little hack right now. Let's, I think that was,
No, you can add to that because I'm a piggyback off of that.
yeah. So the way I see it is like, I think it's okay for people to have opinions, and but if you go back and forth, and then the people who disagree with you, you don't give them a chance, and then you're like, man, everyone else is trying to silence me, so I just went ahead and blocked them. It sounds like you're doing the silencing, and there's no reason why anybody should believe you or anything you say.
Yeah, you're taking your ball and going home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Jacob Gidry's first hack watch.
That was pretty good for your first one.
Thanks.
You popped that little hack watch cherry.
Yeah.
Ran a little long. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? But all right. All right. So I'm a piggyback. I'm a piggy bank and piggyback.
And piggy
off
bake.
of Jacob's because that was mine. And this is gonna be.
Hack alert.
This is.
Fucking.
Sorry.
Hey, how about I got a hack watch? How about doing other people's hack watches?
But I let him go first.
Not be original.
Saw his notes.
God damn it.
He only had 2, and then he added the third one.
He's like also.
I'm burying Jason
yeah.
tonight.
All right, so I'm gonna repeat a hack watch, and I'm gonna combo it with the hack watch
shit.
I already have.
Combo.
Yeah, like a Taco Bell KFC combo.
Yeah,
This
that
is the
kind of
Crunch
combo.
Crunch Hack Supreme. New
Wow.
merch.
Whoa.
You heard it.
What a cinnamon twist.
Oh, all right, you can leave.
All right.
All right. Quit being a little bitch. You've heard me say that before. So, stop being a problem for people. And I'm going to piggyback right off of Jacob's because I think we're talking about the same hack. It's someone who, whatever, I don't care your opinions. Like, that's why I don't follow people because I don't want to hear their opinions. But when you start isolating yourself and you start calling out fellow comedians, whatever your opinions are, great. But when you start blocking people, when you start silencing, and then you talk shit about them, when you post their name after you've already blocked them, and then you start causing trouble, and then you start running your mouth. And anytime someone does anything, you start and you just make your way through, but you're still talking shit. And it gets back to people. I mean, that's it. Also, if you're a person who lives in a town and you don't get booked in that town, that should tell you something. You go to another city and you can't get booked over there, and then you jump with a new genre of comedian, not a new genre, a different genre of comedians, and you can't make it there, and you only have one other great white hope that you're holding on to.
This is also specific.
That's not a comic.
Yeah, I was just talking about my mom and our family
I'm
group
sorry.
message.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Quit being a little bitch and just grow the fuck up. But I don't. It's a hack. It's done. This person would never get booked by me. I don't think it will get booked by you. I don't think he's headlining your mic or
I don't,
she.
yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't book shows.
Yeah. It's just done. Like it's done. If you're done in comedy, you only have one horse to attach to, and great, and ride it out. But that's it. You're done. You mean nothing. You go to other shows, I don't know, in another town, because you get banned from one show. You go to another show, and you get called out there. So people talk, and there's multiple people who hate you. And comedy's a network, and we talk about hating you. Quit being a bitch. Go away. Caw-caw. And that was Aqua.
What was that last? Was that the bird? That was the hack bird.
Yeah, I have to talk. See, some hacks don't understand their own. They don't understand English. So anyway, that was Hack Watch, guys. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Let's go to Rex.
I think I'm the first comic who's ever been talked about on Hack Watch and then come on
While
the
they
show.
were
That's
here.
crazy. Thanks for having me.
Nah, that can't be true.
I told Jason that beforehand, and he was like, "Have we talked?"
I was like, did we talk about it? No, we started this way after.
"Oh wait, no, I haven't watched this podcast before." So
All right, let's do it reverse. I'm gonna start.
That's good.
I got one more Hack Watch. No.
No, I'm on board with this. Don't watch this podcast.
You should, because it's taken me a whole lot of time to edit it. Jesus Christ. This is like protect our hacks. Anyway, I'm going to start recommendation. I got 2 recs. One, you need to go watch the roast battle. Again, we talk about the official roast battle leagues on Lafayette Comedy YouTube channels. Make sure you subscribe, but watch that. First round was Ken Edwards and Joshua Jordan. Second round was Madison Thomas and Drew Gotro. The next rounds, 3 more rounds coming out. But this rec for this one is not a comedy special. It's a brand new podcast. It's called Jim Norton Can't Save You. It is with Jim Norton, and they've put 3 episodes out. I think Nick Mullins was number 2. I forget who was number 1. But the newest one was Joe List, and it is amazing. They talk shop, but also it's call in, and it's people that call in live. They have a phone number when they do it at the same time, and they give advice. And this last one, this lady was like, I ballooned up to like 300 pounds, 380 pounds. And then she started being rude, and Joe List is like, well, stop eating, fatty. And it was so beautiful. I think it was a fake. I think she was kind of exaggerating, but it's so good. But Jim Norton is great on there, and it's on YouTube. Watch it. It is beautiful. You can subscribe to an Apple and all that stuff. But Jim Norton Can't Save You. That is my rec.
I saw that clip. It's Karen Feehan that calls in.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, because they had her tagged in the post, and I was like, I know that voice.
Damn. Well,
Yeah.
that 380 pounds is just her ass.
Yeah.
So, okay. Shout out
It
for
is.
Karen Feehan.
Can't wait to book her again.
That makes sense. All right. All right, Jacob.
Rex. So something that I've been getting into a lot recently is focusing more on like creating content and focusing on like how to maybe like write stories, just like little sketches whenever I post them. So I've been reading a lot of SNL memoirs. So Colin Jost and David Spade, just got done with them. And it's nice because if you were to just talk to them in like a normal setting, they'd be like, you just need to write more. Like, hey, when people are like, what's your writing process? And they're like, grab a pen. I don't know.
Write every day.
Yeah, write every day. Yeah. But this gives like, they just give specific examples about like certain sketches that everyone knows and loves. And, and like their process behind writing it and how SNL's like. So I've been getting into that and just working more on boosting my content game. So if you want to do that, find some people that that for me it was those SNL guys. Just find like, something like that to where they're talking about not necessarily the process, but how they came to be where they are.
Yeah.
And
So what
that's
is
been
this
super
again?
helpful. Colin, it's books. I've been listening to them on Audible.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you can't read?
Yeah, because I can't
Okay, I
read
got it. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to have someone read it to me.
Funny you said it, because like I just listened to David Spade on We Might Be Drunk, and he goes back to some old stuff, which
Yeah.
I can live on that all alone.
Oh, yeah.
stories.
It's great. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good job. All right.
Good job. That
Good
was a
job.
good rep.
I was going to say good job. Good job, buddy.
Thanks, Dad.
Next
Still ain't
time,
reading, but all right.
next time, bring something we'll actually go watch. No, I'm joking. Let's see.
2 girls, 1 cup.
I've seen it. Pack
So,
on.
yeah, same.
Yak
Well,
watch.
Yak
All right.
watch.
I don't have a pun, but I tried. Tried hard. All right. My rec, if I can remember it, is this is a special that is just a couple months old. And this is one of the only things I've seen recently, so this is the only thing I can recommend. Andrew Polk.
Oh, that was.
Andrew Polk presented in Lo-Fi
Yes.
on Sam Talent's YouTube. It is very funny. Big fan of Andrew. Andrew Polk is somebody that has been headlining
Keep going.
shows out here in Louisiana since we first started. One of the first comedians I remember looking at and being like, okay, this guy kind of figured something out. So yeah, that's Andrew Polk presented in Lo-Fi. It was filmed at Sports Drink, which is such a cool venue.
nice.
Yeah, Jacob's not good enough to be there yet, but he will one day. You just
One
gotta
day, if I'm
work,
cooler.
work on that tape, buddy.
Yeah, you're right.
Isn't it funny we still call it a tape?
It is, yeah.
I've heard people be like, is it an actual tape? And I'm like, no.
No.
Even on my YouTube channel, it says Tyler Arceneaux submission tape. And it's just a YouTube video. Anyway.
That's why I've never gotten booked. They think it's a tape. They don't have the technology for it.
Anyway, Andrew Polk presented in Lo-Fi, filmed at Sports Drink. Very funny special. Go check it out. It is on Sam Talent's YouTube channel. Huge shout out to our friend Andrew Polk.
Let me just add this. Andrew Polk shared today on his Instagram a review that started like when I messaged Polk about it. I was like, hey, I ain't gonna lie, he had us at the beginning. Polk was ready to fight this dude because he breaks down everything, and then when he talks about the special, he's like, "It's so wonderful."
Yeah.
It's a beautiful article to watch, so or to read.
Article to watch?
Well, you listen to books on tape, so all right, you're right.
Well, I got excited because I was like, oh, cool, I'll be able to enjoy it. And now you said I got to read it, so I can't.
All right, let's go to dates before everything breaks, since everything's we've had a night. So
The answer is yes.
I don't know when this is coming out. Let's just hope. Let's bring it from here. So February 6th, we got Louis Katz back here. February 7th, brand new show. Tyler's going to be on it, called Jokes and Floats at Sunday's Soda Fountain downtown here in Lafayette. February 8th, it's going to be Kevin Farley. You know who he is.
Farley.
Farley. Thursday, February 13th, the Sam Hunt $1 Million Extreme. Friday, February 14th, Stone versus Drunk versus Sober, Lake Charles, Valentine's Day. Another brand new show. We're rocking brand new shows. Thursday, February 20th, Bun Intended.
That's a good, I
That's
like
a good
that.
name.
That's really
It's
good.
a good name. I'm proud of that one.
Yeah.
It's a free comedy show at Fat Pat's
That's
in
February
Broussard.
20th?
February
I'm not on
20th. I got to book that.
I'm not on that. I've got, I don't know why I can't.
Yeah, I'm available that day.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, this is weird.
Call
okay. Call in.
It's a good time. Hey, will you be my manager?
That's
No,
all this
actually,
is.
we'll
this
talk.
is
So-
just the only people who watch this podcast is comedians who want to be booked by
Yeah.
Jason.
Wait. 2 likes right
So
there.
now
Okay.
they all know that this show hasn't been booked yet.
This
and they're
book, this
all
show is
gonna reach
full.
out to him.
This show just got canceled. Sorry.
Good job. Love this episode. This was great. Love you guys.
Don't call us. We won't call you either.
Hey, what up?
Friday, February 21st, Carmen Lynch will be here in Lafayette. Saturday, February 22nd, me and Tyler on the road. Stone versus Drunk versus Mardi Gras. We're taking it to Mobile, Alabama, at Alchemy Tavern. Another new show, Thursday, February 27th, during Mardi Gras, Jokes and Tokes, a stand-up comedy show at Fête du Mardi Gras. Well, Fête du Mardi Gras is the thing, but Fête Chez Lafayette is the venue. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's sponsored by Social Entertainment and the Apothecary Shop, which is where some people get some snacks. I don't know which one you talk about. That's where I get my edibles. And then the big show, Friday, February 28th, the Friday before Mardi Gras, Stone versus Drunk versus Sober versus Mardi Gras. We do that every year. Big show. Tyler's going to be hosting it. I'm going to be competing. It's going to be bonkers. Many more shows coming up. Daniel Simonson's coming. Hair of the Dog at Adopted Dog Brewing. Gator Fight. Jason J. Muse from Jay and Silent Bob from Clerks will be here. Rich Voss, Jenny Zagrino, we just announced that. David Jolly, Colin Tyrell, Rojo Perez, we're bringing our buddy Boy back. We also got Kuyon Fest and Cam Patterson, and a brand new announcement, Hari Kondabolu. You know him from Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me, all kind of shows. Kamal Bell, everything will be here. LafayetteComedy.com, at Lafayette Comedy on the social medias, at the, who in the hell am I? Oh, at the JP Leonard and the JPLeonard.com or FleshDaddy.com. All right.
Well, and Cam Patterson's almost sold out too, huh?
Yeah, we got
first show's
we got
sold
like
out.
20
Yeah.
tickets left for the, and that's
Hell
May
yeah.
29th,
That's
which is crazy.
insane.
And we're not
So
adding
far
another
away.
show. Already
Yeah.
confirmed that. So, any other shows you got? You want to promote?
He can do plugs.
Any other show?
Oh, no, we could do that. Yeah, but
Yeah. I know I could do plugs, but
you need them
I
mostly
know,
in the
yeah.
back.
Mainly in the back.
All right,
yeah.
thank you.
Hey,
One of
my
these
hair
jokes.
looks like a category. Let's see. Yeah, no, I want to do plugs because we've got February 6th. I'm sorry, February 7th. We're doing Kevin Farley
Oh yeah,
in Lake
yeah.
Charles, and then he's coming here to do Lafayette.
Mm-hmm.
So Kevin Farley that weekend, and then we're also doing Carmen Lynch
Yep.
that 22nd in Lake Charles, and then 23rd. No, it's the opposite. I'm sorry. 21st in Lafayette, 22nd in Lake Charles.
No, opposite. 21st in Lake Charles. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, sorry. 21st here, 22nd
about to
Lake
say,
Charles.
oops.
I'm looking at your website and thinking it's mine, so that's
Oh,
fine.
okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
And then David Jolly.
David Jolly,
Yeah.
April 12th.
Yeah,
Nice.
we cookbook that.
So that's what we got booked up.
Hell yeah.
Like the big shows we got coming up. I'm trying to do it. We're gonna do another winging it one. I'm trying to do it the day before Mardi Gras because that's normally a pretty big show. That Monday, Mamu Monday, as the kids call it.
Yeah, I haven't done winging yet. I haven't had a chance to do it, but
You want
to? I just got to plan my diarrhea, but yeah.
Oh, that's fine. Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'll get with my manager. And,
Okay.
Y'all can talk.
yeah. I'll see if we have anything.
All right. Well, anything else, Jacob? Say no.
Where can we find out
I
more
don't
about
know.
the festival again?
I've been feeling kind of lonely lately.
Oh boy.
LCCcomedy.com.
LCComedy.com.
LC
Lake Charles Comedy on Facebook.
LCC Comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
LCC Comedy.
Hey, you know how to get there. If you get to the Golden Nugget, you went too far. All right, sorry. All right, let's. Jacob, where can we find out more about this festival?
I like how he's going to keep all this in, but he keeps acting like they're different takes.
Yeah. Bloop. So I'm gonna put the little bloopers out. All right, Jacob. So what's? Hey, Jacob.
Yeah.
Hey, where can we find out more about this festival again?
Well, LCComedy.com and Lake Charles Comedy on Facebook, and then Jacob Gidry stand up on Instagram. Because
And
our
the other-
Instagram's not that strong. So.
Yeah, the other two Lake Charles comedies on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll help you fix that. We'll beat up Brian.
Let's see. All my dates were covered by JP. So,
You're welcome.
but you can find me in St. Louis rolling on dubs. At the Tyler A.
Who books that?
It's a little Nelly. Just a little Nelly lyric for you guys.
I haven't met her yet.
I didn't have any.
Who's she? Is she pretty?
I didn't have any dates, so
Jake's
I
was
wanted
trying to
to
date
drop a line from the Saint Lunatics real quick. However, you can find me at the Tyler A on all social medias. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Venmo, thetylara.com. thetylara.com. You can get tickets to all my shows there. However, it's not updated, and it will be soon, though. So, yeah.
All right, this is a fun episode. If you've made
yeah.
it to the end, what's wrong with you? Go hug your pets and
There's
everything.
no reason to still
Yeah.
be here.
No, this is fun. This has been great, and we don't know who's coming up next. It's been a weird couple months and everything, but hopefully we'll have some more in the can. We got some other guests coming up and all that. So yeah, we're dying down here.
We're dying down here, yeah.
We're dying down here.
Quit being a bitch.
Hey,
Let's
if
go
you,
squawk.
if you made it to the end, you're kind of like me because, I go for the first 5 minutes and then I scroll to the end to see if you finished. You can cut that down.
That's got to be
That'll
out.
be the end.
That's gotta.
That'll be, that'll work. hope they show up soon.